Yo, a cyclone, you know. One Drop Podcast. Play the song for the bad ladies then.
Black Ops Music.
Cyclone for the girl then. Yo!
Shady
One Drop Podcast. Play this now.
Boom on the body girl. 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 Left cheek, left cheek. Boom. Right cheek, right cheek.
One Drop Podcast, them a play now. Freaky girl, long out the tongue now.
Boom on the body girl. Boom on the body girl. Boom.
Boom, 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 boom. One Drop Podcast, ladies, them a boom. Like you no touch for a while and boom. Like you want ride out my highland. One Drop Podcast, shell the place, all my ladies.
Boom on the body girl. Wind up on your boom on the body girl. Get mad on your boom on the body girl. Give me a look on your boom on the body girl. Sit down on your boom on the body girl. To the kid and then your boom on the body girl. Make it clap on your boom on the body girl. Boom on the body girl.
Welcome back to another episode of the One Drop Podcast. And you know, this is episode 4. You know, that's my favorite number 4. So this got to be a special, it's going to be a special, episode today. So big up to Cyclone, you know what I mean? Yes. The big bot artist, you know what I mean, from Philadelphia. You know what I mean? That's my brother for life, you understand?
Don't come true. Double come in.
Yeah, no,
hey, come in.
We have somebody in our life, you know what I mean? So, you know, maybe
sounds good, though.
Yeah, big up to Cyclone, because he's actually his new single, Boom. You know what I mean? So it's self-explanatory, you know, ladies.
Yeah,
that should be the next banger in the club. So, you know what I mean? If you have Apple or Spotify, you need to, you know, stream it. And I mean, I know a video probably be coming soon. So big up to my brother Cyclone, you know what I mean? Always supporting, always going to be a friend and, you know, of the show, you know what I mean? So hopefully down in the future, he not too busy to give me an interview.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Come through,
so,
brother.
You know what I mean? Definitely thank you and appreciate it. So any other artists that have, songs or singles that you want to just put out in the universe, before, you know, just to get a little, a little marketing or, you know, some type of exposure, definitely link me and, you know, email me at onedroppodcast@gmail.com, and I'll definitely, you know, try to work it in. You know, I don't make all the decisions around here. You understand? So we all have to put it, you know, to the team, and we all make a decision from there if it's a go or, you know, it's a no. But I'll definitely try to, you know, get your songs highlighted. But Cyclone's Boom is the song of the week. And, you know what I mean? That's what we're trying to start up now. We're going to try and highlight new and, you know, fresh artists that's in the dancehall industry and try to expose, you know, their talent and their songs or, you know, their works and whatever. So, you know, artists link up. You know what I mean? We definitely have a place for you at One Drop Podcast. You understand? So link up very, very, very soon. All right? So first and foremost, we want to get into our sponsor. First, we're going to do Isolated. You know, I got my brand new hoodie here today. So, you know, he finally hooked me up with something, you know, to show the people. And I mean, so Isolated clothing is a clothing that's basically focused on just being yourself. That's their slogan. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be in a crowd. You could just do your own thing and be, you know, an original, unique person, you know. So that's their slogan, and that's what they, you know, they're doing their clothing line theme about, is just being yourself. So big up to Isolated, because, you know what I mean, it takes guts to be yourself in these times, you know, in these days, you know what I'm saying? So big up to that young man that's 17 years old that's pushing this brand, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and pushing a good slogan and good teachings with his brand. So big up to Isolated. And you can catch him on Instagram at Isolated Clothing Line. That's Isolated Clothing Line. So, you know, hit him up on Instagram. He, you know, taking orders, all of that. You know what I mean? So, hopefully he'll be doing a website soon. I don't know. And the young man is, you know, trying to be innovative.
Yeah. When I spoke to him, he said he have a lot of things in the works right now. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm just
and support. People support.
Definitely support that young man because young people are the future, and if they can do anything, then with an honest living and not being in the streets, what I mean,
exactly.
Give them all the support in the world. So we want to support Isolated Clothing Line. All right. So, oh man, so how is your day today? Gotta find out what's going on with you, Tracy. Since
I was early today.
You was
early.
You was early.
Early.
You
and
drove.
Yes.
And you were early. So it's a good day. You know what I mean? It's starting off well. Day. You know what I mean? So
new hair, new me.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what you would.
No, but seriously, it was I had a good week.
Yeah.
I had a good week.
Yeah, it was a decent week. Other than the snowstorm, I had to go out there and shovel and all that crap. But I mean,
I don't do that.
I know you don't do that, but I do it. You know what I mean? I got a long ass driveway that I got to shovel off every damn time it snow. And they talk about snow tomorrow. I hope not.
I'll be home.
You know what I mean?
I would be home.
Yeah, man. But we are. This week was kind of quick because we had days off.
It did go by fast.
You know what I mean? So it went by a little fast. So give thanks for that. What else happened this week? Nothing really. Nothing too. Oh no, let me. Before I even forget this. You understand? Big up to Trenton's Own Volume 1.
Oh,
last night
yes, we had to talk about that.
It was their clash in the lockdown clash against Hard Target and Lion Roar Sound in Queens, New York. So
I'm so proud of them.
Yo, that was a nice little war last night.
I enjoyed it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I actually really did. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, for real. Like it was refreshing to see P45 back in the lineup for this clash. So Bop Bop definitely did his thing, juggling. Everything was like on
the
point.
The chemistry was really good with them last night. It was really good.
Yeah, and I feel like it's gonna be even better once they go on because they was clicking on all cylinders last night. Also, like they locked down the whole of that clash there. Like when they picked the numbers, I was like,
yeah. When they got number one, I was like, okay,
yeah. But okay. At that point, I was like, yeah, they're gonna win.
Yeah, you did call it.
We was watching it last night, and I was like, they got number one. They get to start the pace.
Yeah,
and once they start the pace, ain't nobody gonna be able to follow them after that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I noticed last night too that I thought was really, really pretty good. It was a lot of Trenton supporters in that chat room.
Yes,
it was a lot of Trenton supporters. I was very proud of that.
Exactly, and the thing about that is internet clashing is very new to us now. We're kind of
course
pushing in this lane because of the whole COVID and quarantine and all of that we've been going through. But to have a lot of supporters online and actually have that focus to support your fellow area sound online, that was dope. And I felt like being in that chat room and seeing people, even though they wasn't even from Trenton, but actually
it was fun. It was fun.
Just going in and putting their comments out
because we know it's a hard target.
I had some little some little back and forth on the chat line. Like there was a lot of Lion Roar supporters in there that I was giving the business to. Like, so it was fun.
It was definitely different.
Yeah,
and I enjoyed it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, I could already tell who was going to win anyway. Hard Target, they already started to go at volume 1 from the jump.
from the intro. They went hard on it.
He was in the live class. Like, boy, like you started early.
Yeah, the little custom that he had in the intro.
It didn't do nothing really. It didn't do nothing.
First of all, it was it's an older song. Is the the Adele Hello remake, and it is a custom. So I was like, you know, I mean, it wasn't, you know, it's a custom, regular custom, but it didn't really affect nothing what Volume 1 just did. You know, I mean, in the first round. Second round, they took over the same way.
Yes.
Lion Roar started a little thing in the second round too, and I was like, well, you know, they both had good rounds, but actually all the rounds I felt went to Volume 1. I don't think I didn't see a round that they fell short of. And I'm saying they were the strongest in every round that I seen. So even up to 1-for-1, like it was still like you wasn't going to overthrow them no type of way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They played some good music. Their caliber of music that they played in the Tune for Tune was pretty good.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I definitely enjoyed it, man. Especially when they came out with a win, because we needed this as Trenton people. Like, we needed this to kind of like, yo, we got one of our own to be out there and doing the work. As so usual. They definitely deserve this one. They, you know, a lot of work has been put in. Big up to Diamond and Steve. Well, the Lion Fierce. I'll be calling people their regular name. Big up to Lion Fierce and Diamond and, you know, P45, Bob, Young Russ. You know what I mean? Big up to the, you know, the jugglers on the squad, X and Sugar. You know what I mean? Big up all of the team, man.
All I seen was Diamond grabbing that trophy from the back. That's the first thing he do whenever they win a trophy is he'll grab the trophy, take his picture, and he
listen, man. The man,
he do no talking. He just won that trophy.
That man said he earned it. You know what I mean?
He's gonna kill me for saying that.
He definitely is.
He's gonna kill me for saying that.
Listen, you know, they deserve that win. So big up to Volume 1.
Yeah, I'm really proud of
you
them.
know, we definitely proud of you. Trying to stand with you and anything that y'all doing. You know, I'm always at clashes, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to this one, but I was there in spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? They actually, this clash that they won actually get them entry into the Octane Clash.
Oh, that's the one he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now they're gonna, you know, they're gonna come up. It's gonna be another clash with other bigger hit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're gonna have some, you know, bigger sounds on the next one. So
yeah, I can't
wait to see. I can't wait to see that. Because
we know they loaded.
Of course,
okay? We know they loaded.
But I feel like a lot of people were, you know, surprised last night when it came down to
the Tune for Tune.
No, not even just Tune for Tune. That's them having songs. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. I don't feel like they've been on a platform yet where they've been able to display what they really can do. You know what I'm saying? As juggling wise, or, you know what I mean? Even these clashes that they've been through, it's been like, you know what I mean?
A lot of people's underestimate.
They always been the underdog.
Yeah.
Even coming into this one, they were the underdog. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell in the chat group last night that everybody was like, you know,
who is that?
You know,
who is him?
Yeah, Volume 1 is who? Like
P45.
Exactly.
I'm like, what? How can y'all not know?
Listen, the thing about it is, you know, a lot of these sound systems, like, they change employees and so much.
Yeah,
so you know, when you see a new face, you're like, damn, well, who is he, and how long he gonna be on the sound or whatever. But, you know, P45 always been on the sound. You know what I mean? He just, you know, took a little back seat to let other things, you know, play out.
Let the younger one,
and as the younger ones go in or whatever, and trying to learn the sound, you know, the sound and learn the box or whatever. But he always been there. And big up the P45, you did, you know, impressive performance last night.
Great job.
And you know, keep on doing the work, brother, because, you know what I mean, we gotta show what Trenton makes around here. You understand? And Trenton makes the world takes around here. You understand? So bless up to Volume 1. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But talking about sound, man, it's been a thing going on in the industry where we have an artist, so, you know, allegedly made a statement regarding, you know, he can diss Soundman any way he want to, and he still can get the dub money from them. And this artist I'm talking about is Jacure. And
again,
you know, a couple years ago, he told you know, some man for suck them mother. You know what I mean? And everybody that's not you know, terms
still
they're not you know, don't know the Jamaican badu of them or whatever. Suck them mother mean exactly how it mean, like, you know, you know, suck your mother. That's it. You know what I mean? It's the worst form of disrespect you can tell a Jamaican right now. Anytime you could tell a Jamaican that, then you know some fighting after that.
Ever.
So
it's a problem.
It is a problem. So, you know what I mean, as a sound man myself, as a selector myself, like I never took keen to that at all. And I don't feel like I even played a Jacure since since that came out, even if
I wouldn't either.
In a dancer, I haven't, you know what I'm saying?
Don't appreciate,
and like, he's a good artist, nobody taking that away from him, but you know, when it comes down to disrespecting you know, people in the same industry as you, and that's pushing your music, you know, I don't look.
You guys are basically feeding him.
Exactly, because he said he makes $1 million. Oh, hold on, let me just play the audio. Let me play the audio, and everybody can see what I'm talking about.
But it's not rude, boy. I'm just tell you straight up, you know, where you don't want to take it as a threat or not, you know. You see that thing there where you post on your page, you know, follow right like me. And about I feel like say my career easy if you go down. And me tell all someone man go suck them mother, and them still are spending most money with more than every other artist right now. Sound man money I earn me millions a week alone. I'm gonna tell you something. If you think you can ramp with me and post my name on your idiot page, rude boy, me need not gonna tell you what it's gonna cost you. Just do it and see in the long run what it's gonna cost between me and you.
So there you have it. You have this man feel, you know, you can hear the arrogant, you know, the arrogance in his voice. Like
tone.
You can feel like he can, like, that's a man that's basically on a mountain looking down on people. And the same, like, he can say anybody. Exactly.
Like, hello, my peasant.
Exactly. You feel like he can, you know, speak anyway and anyhow about anybody, and he can get away with it, and that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Jacure need to understand that we as selectors,
without the DJs, his career is not going to go
exactly.
I mean, everybody can say, "Oh, Europe, you're making more money, whatever." You still need the DJs,
you need selectors, and you need sound system.
Period.
Because we're going to be the people that's going to be feeding you week to week. Because you say you make millions and millions of dollars.
Millions of
off of someone, because this is
how much one end up now?
Listen, well, the last time, because I don't buy his dubs. I never will buy his dubs until he come out with an apology.
Never after that. After the first one, I would never.
Nah, I never played his songs at all, because he looked like he has this attitude where you have to buy his dub plates, and he don't need nobody.
He got to the top by himself, which I'm pretty sure he didn't.
First of all, even for him to come out of jail,
exactly.
It was the fans that was reeling for him and was pushing for him to be out of jail.
So that's a huge slap in the face.
And it was some men that was playing his songs week to week, every day, radio play, and then you're gonna tell us to suck our mother?
Exactly.
That's disrespect. That's spit in your face. So listen. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't even pay him no mind when it come down to dub plates, and I'll push that out for all of my song man them, all of my, you know, that song fraternity, that y'all don't support this man when it come down to dub plate. You know what I mean? Because what it is, you got to show these artists that they need to respect soundman and selectors. And if we don't have that mutual respect, then how this music gonna go forward?
Exactly.
You understand? You can't respect me as a soundman, and I can't respect you as an artist. How is this gonna go forward? How are we gonna make this music great?
My question is, do you really think they're gonna stop cutting him? DJs out there still gonna cut him after this.
It's still gonna be an issue.
But it's sad though. It's sad to me. It's very sad.
It's still gonna be an issue.
What do you stand for? It's very sad.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice.
Mm-hmm.
He disrespected you guys.
Yeah.
And for me, as a fan, that's a slap in the face too.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
So now when I hear your song come on, I take my ass, go sit down.
Exactly. And most likely as a if you're a selector like me and I work off a principle, you understand? You're not going to hear him in my juggling ever until that man come out and actually have a real apology and say, yo, he don't
even look remorseful.
He don't look remorseful. But the thing about it is, this is the thing, boy. Life have a way to humble you. True. Life have a way to humble you, and he's gonna be in a sticky situation again because his name been in this industry mix up for a while now. When if it wasn't for them,
on some kind of gossip every month.
Exactly,
like, big man. What I do?
He started out with these girls. You had to flew out to your place, and then they disrespect you because you want all type of different type of sexual shit that you cannot. You know what I mean? And then you got
that
this.
Was hilarious.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So,
what are you asking for, sir?
You're in them. You're having different negative, light that's coming to you as an artist, and
is he doing shows?
I don't think.
Because I don't recall.
I don't think it's shows going on. You know what I mean? Because of COVID, I don't think it's shows like that.
Even before COVID, I just see him traveling, but
he do a lot of European stuff, and you know what I mean. He do a lot of European tours and stuff like that. So. Yeah, he's doing shows and whatever, but at the thing right now, like it's nothing going on. Nobody's really doing shows like that.
Jamaica.
No, unless it's remote, unless it's like online.
Before COVID.
No, well,
I don't recall.
I think when you get to a certain I think when personally with Jacurno, I feel like
basically he's just depending on just the Europeans right now.
I feel like
that's what
the foreign thing is his thing. He don't really care about Jamaica.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame that certain artists come to a certain point and they feel like they gotta leave Jamaica out. You know what I'm saying? You still have to perform for your people. You still have to be relevant with your people. So, you know what I mean? His whole thing of going about this thing, cause it's a dispute between him and the next artist or whatever that he's supposed to be doing a feature with. Mm-hmm. Now, I guess the man kind of he don't have a time or a time period where they're supposed to be doing the song together.
Exactly.
So this man get fed up now, and in them back and forth in the WhatsApp or whatever messaging, then he's like, well, this is what you're saying about someone, then I'm gonna expose you. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, he have all right to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because even in one of the voice note, he's even telling him that VP is not going to sign off on them doing the record together.
So why you take the man money?
Exactly. That's what a lot of people are saying. Why did you take this man money?
You take this man money and promise him a feature, then
exactly.
What you think this man going to want?
Scam people.
That sound like a scammer to me.
He is scamming people. That's it. Am I scamming?
Sound like a scammer to me because I don't understand why this man take this man money and you don't even come up with a time, place, date,
nothing
of when you're gonna do this song. So you know what I mean? Hey, Jackie, or suck your mother and stop scam people. You understand? Because it don't make no sense.
Sad. It's sad
it don't make no sense that you have to come back down to people. Come and tell people about their mother for what? You don't even know if you're dealing with someone and out like a pussy or no. Do you talk to him though and say, you know what I mean, suck your mother or whatever, blah blah blah. But if you just gonna generalize every sound man in the world,
everybody,
and you gonna tell everybody gonna suck their mother, no man, suck your mother right back 2 times, 3 times.
I just saying,
you know what I mean,
nigga, 10 times
exactly.
if you can.
So
okay?
you know,
10 times if you can.
Listen. It don't make no sense, so you know why we gotta be disrespectful. But you know what I mean, this is the first time we came out. You know what I mean, this nigga came out and said that, and I was like, oh well, you know what I mean. Everybody feel how they want to feel. You know what I mean? Basically. But the second time, nah, I can't let you go with that.
First time, everybody give my blind. That's what it is. But this time, I really think all sound system really need to come together and figure out what y'all gonna do about this man.
Exactly.
Because I think if y'all give him a third time to really disrespect y'all like that,
nah,
it's gonna be.
It's never
really,
gonna be that way with me.
Crazy to me.
You understand? Because I'm not playing this man. I'm not playing his 45s. I'm not gonna play a dub. I don't even have a dub plate from Jacure right now. You understand? Because it don't make no sense. You'd be disrespected as a sound man. You know what I mean? Because being a soundman is a craft that you take seriously, and
a lot of work,
and it's a lot of preparation to do a lot of things, and you take a lot of artists and you put a list together, or you put a group together and say, all right, this artist I want to feature. And sometimes this man was mostly on my list because, you know, when he come down to reggae, dog, he is a good artist.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Nobody's taking away from him being an artist or his songs being good.
He just needs to show more respect.
If you're not going to show respect, we're not going to show you that respect. So, Jacure, that's for you. Like, if you can't take that and you take that advice and be a big man and apologize, then that's it for you. You know what I mean?
Couldn't tell when last time play one Jacure song, so be alright. I'm not gonna lie. Couldn't tell when last time play one.
Yeah.
So be alright. If you ain't Chronic's Protege or Lila, you know, or Savannah.
Listen, it's a lot of reggae artists that will take that man place right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Me couldn't tell when last me play a Jacure song.
Well, there you have it.
So I can do without you, sir.
Yeah. Speaking Mike. Yeah. So it's you know what I mean, it's unfortunate, but you know, we have a lot of, you know, reggae artists that's killing the game. These younger artists like Leela, Savannah, Protege, Chronix. You know, all of these artists are you know, influential right now, and they're young and fresh talent.
Kabaka Pyramid now, that is my artist.
Yeah, Kabaka is tough too.
Oh,
you know what
my
I mean?
God.
Yeah, he's a good artist, and you know what I mean, a lot of, you know, reggae. You know, with me, you already know with me, like, I love dancehall music, but reggae is my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my first love. Like, you know, when you got the one drop reggae and all that, that's why one drop is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like music way back.
You know, because
that's your whole thing.
Those are the things I was raised on. You know what I'm saying? And that gave me the love for music. You know what I mean? So reggae music has always been my first love. Dancehall, of course, you know, I love dancehall, you know what I mean? It's always been my favorite also, but reggae got a different feeling. Give you a different feeling to me. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with that. It's totally different. I would say, it was mostly dancehall for me.
Yeah,
and then you had to check me one time. Then I had to go start doing some homework.
Listen,
really could say, okay, I understand where reggae is at, you know, right now. So for me, yeah, after you check me, I really went to go do my homework.
Listen, man, it's a lot of that's another topic. Like, you don't see reggae being even the older reggae artists, they're not being taught to kids. You know, these kids that's going to school here, and they're not. And even their parents may play a reggae, an old school reggae song back in the day. They're not being taught, like, this is such and such, and you know, this is that person. You know what I mean? How this,
you know, how like, they contribute to the music.
Because that's like, even, you know, worst come to worst, I had to big up, you know, my father and my cousins around me that were soundmen or whatever, because they played music, but at the same time they telling you a whole story with the music. You know what I'm saying? They like, basically they play a song and they tell you a story of what this song was and what this song meant to them and who was the artist and where the artist come from. So I got this stuff in my head right now. Like, as you know, from a little boy to now, you can just like really like be stuck in my head. Like, oh, well, that artist is, you know, such and such and blah, blah, blah. That's all I know all these names and these artists. Like I can hear a man's voice singing that I haven't heard
I hate when you
in mad
do that.
long.
Oh my god, I hate when you do that. All you need to know is like a freaking. If you hear a rhythm, you know what rhythm it is. You know.
Last night, how many times I did that last night?
Yes, I'm like, oh my god, he get on my nerves.
But as a selector, you have to have that ear for it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that ear,
but the fact that you go all the way back though, Luke, sometimes it's just like for me. I mean, I love seeing that though, because you would bring up artists that I never even heard of. I could just pull up like, okay, so he was right. Okay, he was right. It go way back, like I said, ska and like type music. Like that's your whole thing.
Exactly. Like those are the music that was played in my house every Sunday.
And for me, music that was playing when I was growing up, Jamaica was number one. Jamaica. You can't tell her nothing but Ninja. So it's just like dancehall, just they're on me. So exactly. I just stick with dancehall.
And that's the thing, right? Like my father wasn't like a dancehall type dude. You know what I'm saying? And like
loving dancehall.
He'll probably listen to like one or two that like the hot songs or whatever. He'll probably listen to them or whatever. But it was mostly like Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs, and all of that playing in my house, and he was all into like all these Rasta bands and whatever, like Steel Pulse and all of them people that like, you know what I'm saying? So, reggae was just built into me, like, from a young age. So that was always a good teaching moment. When I like remember back, I was like, well, I was made to be a selector because those things shouldn't be in my in my caliber at that young age. So I mean, I'll give thanks for that though. You know what I'm saying? But talking about older artists and older music, and we always want to, this is going to be our highlight for Reggae Month also. We want to give our condolences and our praises and roses to Daddy U-Roy that just passed away.
Legend. He
is definitely a legend in dancehall. He is the godfather of dancehall, the first we call him the first DJ of dancehall. You know what I mean? He's the godfather of toasting, and he was a gem in our dancehall culture. You know what I mean? And I feel like
for a lot of people,
he definitely paved the way for dancehall music. When you hear dancehall and they have a rhythm and they're DJing or whatever, it started with Daddy U-Roy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And he would just had a different type of style when it came down to that, because in that time in the 70s, everybody was singing over these Studio One rhythms and all of that. Daddy Roy was, Daddy U-Roy was basically just talking over it, and giving his style, his little style smooth. Of, you know what I mean, his little wait the tone and tell the people, you know what I mean.
I wanted to say that.
Yeah, wait the tone and tell the people. Yeah. So
it sounds very smooth.
It was
say that like
exactly, and even in his older age, he was able to say it the same way.
He said it at the show. I was like, damn.
Look, first of all, big up to Irish and Chin.
Oh, yes.
Big up to Irish and Chin, because
I'm a huge fan. I love that show.
Irish and Chin, if you're not familiar with their show, they definitely have a show on Mondays, and Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and Thursdays for Rumba Talk. Yeah. So big up to them, because
miss that show.
They sound chat radio that they have, and they were the first. They have this. Chin has this way of giving his praises.
Rewind.
Yeah. It was rewind that event, but Chin has a way of getting older artists and giving their praise, giving them their roses, before they, they're gone. And he actually did a crowning for Daddy U-Roy. You know what I mean? And that was 2019.
I'm so glad we didn't miss that.
I'm glad we didn't miss it.
I mean, I was so tired, remember? Like,
yes.
Because we cooking everything. I was so tired. Like, literally cannot stand up.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yo, we had to go.
Yeah.
It was like, I bought a ticket already. We have to go. And Chin came along. My cousin. She came with us too.
Yep.
And we got there. And first of all, I hated the parking because it was a long walk.
and it was cold. It was cold. Yeah. And it was at Amazura that night.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I'm just happy that I was there.
Yeah, exactly. Like you got to see where this man was,
seeing all the legend on stage because Shaba was there.
Shaba was there. That he actually crowned him.
Exactly,
he actually crowned him.
Exactly. So that was amazing.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
And learning everything, of course, not like everybody else, but for me, learning everything when it comes to dancehall music, the sound system culture, all that stuff, and just to stand there and watch him, it was an amazing night.
Exactly.
It was definitely something that I would have been mad if we had missed it.
No, I would definitely, because I seen the videos. But if I would have seen the videos and I wasn't there, it's like,
God.
And it was a good vibe. But like when you I remember stepping into that dance, and it was just a different vibe. Like I've been to Amazura mad times for different different events or whatever. But
everybody was dressed.
Everybody dressed in 80s gear. Like everybody's dressed in
Drew
80s.
Was hilarious.
Drew was big up the Drew. Big up the Drew, cause Drew, he's
the one. He's like really. He's one of the reason why I really wanted to go, because he was boasting about his old outfit for like a whole month. Remember? He was boasting about it for a whole month.
Yeah,
so I definitely wanted to see. But it was so much fun. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
Even my cousin. She don't know much about sound system.
She didn't know anything
culture.
About sound system culture.
But she had so much fun.
Yeah, because the Chin.
She said she had so much fun. And you could tell even that night. How she do. She didn't want to. She went to the front, and like it was really a good night. I had so much fun. I'm glad I didn't miss it. And to watch the crowning was huge.
Yeah.
I have so much love for that. Like Irish and Chin and the way how they contribute to reggae and dancehall music, period. Yeah, because they're a big factor when it comes down to our culture. And I mean, Irish and Chin basically is the founders of World Clash. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they are they're tremendously one of the founding fathers of Sound Clash in America. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say all around the world, but they have done events around the world that are just amazing. Like it brings awareness to
US Rumble was
our culture.
I had so much fun.
Yeah,
US Rumble was so good.
we've been to a lot of Irish and Chin events, and it's always good. Chilling. It's always good. You know what I'm saying?
I love when they have their events in a park though.
Like they haven't
enjoy that.
I
love it.
They haven't had it in a long time, but
the last one.
The last one was in 2017 or 2018, something like that. When we went to
Wilkinson Park or something like that.
Wilkinson Park in Queens. So big up to Irish and Chin, because they definitely gave Daddy U-Roy a special event. Actually gave this man a real emperor crown, and one of those little capes, the royal capes. You know what I mean? And I seen Daddy U-Roy basically break down.
Yes,
at the end,
emotional.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
I seen him basically cry happy tears.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He said he basically said, I didn't know.
Like you can feel the love in the room, man.
Exactly.
You can feel the love in the room.
And he said he didn't know that he had so many people that had love for him still in this business. Mm-hmm. And Irish and Chin made that happen with that event. And it made a lot of people aware of of Daddy U-Roy that didn't know him. Now knows him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a special event. And I know that they have they probably having something on their show that is gonna highlight Daddy Uroy and those moments that they had for that event. So I just want to let you know that Daddy Uroy was a special gem to our culture, our dancehall culture, and his vibes and his works and his life will always live on in this industry. And I do take my hat off to Irish and Chin for making that happen for him. That can be, he passed with that love that you gave him with that event. And I just everybody have to go, and it's sometimes it's a date for all of us to go. And it's sad to see our artists go before their time, and when they go when it is their time, you know what I'm saying? So
and for them to not get recognized
and not to be recognized at all,
what they contribute to this culture.
Exactly. You've seen a lot of them do that, and I feel like Jamaica as a country should be ashamed when they let these artists
have like a Hall of Fame type thing or something.
It should be like I feel like I feel like Jamaica should do way more for the artists that paved the way for reggae music, that they capitalize on every year tourism, and every day. You know what I'm saying? So you get tourism from reggae music. You get capital from reggae events. You know what I'm saying? Because it all around you have everything. You get everything from the country is known mainly off of reggae music.
Exactly.
But it's a shame that they don't have. I think they should include this in
a little
schools
museum or something.
I think they should include.
Good.
I think this should be a curriculum in school for reggae music.
That's actually a good idea. That's not bad. That's a good idea.
I feel like it should be incorporated with at least like
Reggae Month.
It's Reggae Month. You should be talking about reggae artists. You should be talking about reggae artists on a daily basis. Like you should be every day in February. You should be highlighting a group of artists.
Exactly.
And highlighting their music and their works or whatever, what they did in their music career. Like it should be like that for Jamaica. I don't know who could be watching this show or whatever, or whoever you need to forward this to. Please, if you can, in the Ministry of Education in Jamaica, please try to get this idea that I'm throwing out to you guys. Put it in schools. And educate these kids of what their culture is and what these artists did for their country. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot of artists that passed away and never even got a good funeral.
Oh my God.
Like these artists were like big overseas. Europe has a big catalog of reggae artists, and they did like a papa.
So sad, man.
You know what I mean? I know the industry wasn't as profitable that it is now.
But if everybody come together, it can be something.
But if Jamaica came together, as Jamaica as a government will come together and say, all right, these artists were a pioneer for this music. This artist can't, and their family can't bury him.
Yeah.
How about some type of stipulation where you can say, all right, this fund over here is for these artists.
Yeah.
If this artist cannot bury themselves if their family can't bury them, this is going to help them bury that artist. You know what I'm saying?
You know who I see really fighting for something like that though? Ricky Trooper. Shouts out to him.
Big up to Ricky Trooper.
And he looked like he will never stop.
And I agree.
Exactly. He's never gonna stop fighting for it.
And Ricky Trooper, whatever controversy that he is always in, but he always fights for dancehall.
He's really fighting for
He
it.
fights for dancehall. He fights for reggae music.
Yes.
And, you know, Ricky Trooper always been that way.
And very vocal.
You know what I mean? He's always been verbal, of course. You know what I mean? That last rant he had on Instagram, and I wanted to talk about this when it happened. Well, we didn't have the podcast up and running when it happened, but he basically was just calling them out, like,
yeah. And I agree with everything he said. I'm sorry.
He basically was just saying, like, you know, you want to have, you know, all the glitter and fame from reggae music and reggae artists or whatever, but you don't want to highlight. You don't want us to have parties. You want us to have you want us to be in this sound abatement act that we can't play our music out, you know, at a certain time or whatever. You know what I mean? I can understand where, you know, Jamaica always been a free type of, you know, place anyway. You understand? But at the same time, you
want them to cater to one type of society.
Exactly.
People.
Like, you can't say
you don't want to cater to, you know, like,
you can't say
you can't be like that.
No, you can't have you know, you can't have
your cake and eat it too. No,
you can't have this. Okay, when a sound system is in the inner city, you know, where they're playing for, you know, poor people and people that, you know, that's not of high society, and then you want to shut off these people dance that they pay the permit for.
Exactly.
And they already got the okay from their area or their MP or whatever, and then you come back and shut them down. Like, when you shut down dancehall, you know you're shutting down a lot of work for people.
Yes,
you got a bunch of
dancehall. A lot of people actually hustle, like, make a living.
Yeah, you got the peanut man, you have the soup man, you have the weed man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You have the food. No, you can't do that, man. You shutting down a lot of work for people. So when you feel like people pay their kids' school fees
exactly
with, the people that you want them to, you know, pay taxes, or what you think they pay with, is the same dancehall money. It's the same dancehall money that, you know, that they get night to night, that they hustle for.
Exactly.
They send their kids to school or to buy clothes for them or whatever, or make a living. You understand? So you cannot put this out for sound systems. Like, we have to. I understand when you know, when Pasa Pasa was going on, when Pasa Pasa was. Like,
you highlight going to Jamaica.
Pasa Pasa was crazy because it used to go to like 8, 9 in the morning.
Yes.
But at the same time, I understand that people would be going to church or whatever, or not, you know what I mean, or going to school or whatever. But yeah, at the same time, it's a part of our enjoyment. And the thing about our lifestyle in Jamaica is kind of easy going. You know what I mean? It's not like up here where you always got to be in the hustle and bustle and always trying to get somewhere. And you know what I mean? It's easy, way more easy going than in the States or in London or whatever.
I mean, it's just like the dancehall, with dancehall period, like we said, that's how people make a hustle. People can go buy 10 pound of chicken and how much pound of rice. Decide, say, you know what, I'm going to fry some chicken, sell it to the party. You know how much money they might bring home?
Exactly.
Because after you get all that liquor in your system,
listen, everybody is buying something.
Food.
Because I've been to many dances in Jamaica, right? And I check everybody. You understand? Everybody get
from
soup, peanut. What else? What else you get from Whistler type of stuff? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Even gum.
Even chewing gum.
Yeah.
Even chewing gum. So
dancehall is needed. Man.
Listen, you have everything in dancehall. When you're in a dance in Jamaica, you have everything at your fingertips to really purchase when you in a dance in Jamaica.
Be free, be yourself.
Exactly.
Like me. Every time we got dance in Jamaica, it's totally different me.
Yeah, listen,
I love it. The vibe.
Jamaica is a different, and big up to our members, our One Drop members that's in Jamaica right now.
Yes,
Mac is in Jamaica right now. Dillinger is still in Jamaica right now. You understand? So You know, they can tell you all the experience when they get back, because I know
they go live like every hour.
Exactly.
I get so mad. I'm like, I have to really watch this. Okay, and you know, they just all over the island.
Of course,
all over the island.
Of course, like you know when we, when we used to go to Jamaica, all of us together. You know when me and Maka and Dillinger would hit road, we out.
Yo, we gotta vlog our family trips.
Yo, next time
God.
for real.
This family is crazy.
Listen,
let me tell you.
I tell you one thing: it's never a dull moment. I tell you that. We could be in the house with all of us. It's never going to be a dull moment when it come down to us being in Jamaica, though.
I bet you, Dillinger and Matt better not come here without my bun.
She,
my bun.
my son Jaden called his uncle today. Said, "Uncle, you still in Jamaica?" He said, "Yeah, I'm coming up today or whatever." He like, "All right, don't forget my patties at the airport."
Jaden is hilarious.
Yeah, one thing about him, boy, he love his beef patties from Jamaica.
Yeah,
boy.
I already text Dillinger. Need some rum cream,
Yeah.
Some bun, like.
Listen, man, I'm sure they getting other orders from other people, but
yeah, he said he has so much requests.
Exactly.
Listen, at least one for me, I'm good.
Hey man, whatever it is, I'd rather go to Jamaica now and get everything at my disposal because I can't bother waiting to see if somebody gonna bring up something.
I am planning my trip. Planning my trip.
But we all need to we all need to get this thing together with dancehall, and especially in Jamaica, because we need it. Jamaica needs it. As much as the government people, the people in power want to say that Jamaica's, dancehall is, creating crime or anything like that, which I feel is fuckery. But it's just, I feel like they need to embrace dancehall. If they embrace dancehall, I feel like it'll be a better understanding between artists and government. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if they embrace
that's a valid point.
If they embrace it and say, okay, because they only embrace it when it means something to them.
Exactly.
Because when the Versus thing was going on and Beanie and Bunty did amazing.
He was surely in that comment.
Exactly.
He was in that comment
you
section.
You had the Prime Minister in the comments bigging up the two artists, and that's how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. But at the same breath, you want to kick the dancehall artists' backs in, and saying that they're the one that's creating violence in the country, when that's not totally true. Because if you was handling crime as you're supposed to, it wouldn't be that way. It wouldn't be in that aspect of being so much. I feel like, like I said it before, poverty is the main cause of crime.
And I agree. I agree with that.
That's the main cause of crime for me. And I feel like Jamaica, that's always gonna be the story of them being in crime, is poverty. And if we don't change that, and if the government don't want to realize that what they have to do to kind of change that and turn people around, then it's always going to be that way.
They can even start with something simple as maybe minimum wage. Give them something that's sustainable. Like, what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, start with something simple.
It should be like, I think that they should be out there kind of letting these people get exactly, because they can't trust the government. And that's like, I can't blame any of them, because just the other day I seen a video where it's an area, I can't even remember the area it was in Jamaica, but they went to this area and knocked down all of their houses down.
Oh yes, I saw that too.
It
was painful to watch.
Exactly. You knock all of these people's houses down
painful to
for
watch.
whatever reason. I don't know what I didn't do much investigation of what it was, but it doesn't. You can't knock down people's houses that they don't even have nothing to go. They don't have nowhere to go
now. COVID, like seriously.
Like, if the prime minister is not seeing what is happening and taking a blind eye to poor people's needs, then you're gonna have crime all the time,
every day,
because
day.
You see those little kids that was in those houses, and they have to see.
Trust the government.
They have to see that people came down there and knocked down their houses. What do you think that they're gonna be? Nobody but gunman them and a bunch of thief and all of that. You understand?
And that's what you're. Now it's just going to become that cycle where we don't trust the police.
Exactly. Because that's the army. That's the government army.
Yeah,
you don't even see the soldiers out more than the police. The police is more out there doing the real work of destruction. When it come down to them, messing up the place. Because it was an officer that came down there and was like, all right.
And the way how the lady described how he was talking to them,
exactly.
It was painful to watch.
Exactly.
For me personally, it was very hard to watch. Even when the older lady, she was giving the interview, and she was just saying like, she just went down the street to go buy some food and come back, and then she can't find her medication.
Yeah.
Throughout all that. Yeah, because
you
cannot find her medication. You don't know what kind of medication it is, but
exactly.
She can't find her medication.
But she need it. You understand? You got, this is the thing what was so puzzling with me, right? Like, you have a lot of land in Jamaica, right? And even though you say that, people squat there are they just pick a land and they just build up a little shed house or whatever, and you're saying that they just picked up a random place. You have people that was born on this same land. You know what I mean?
Or just give them the opportunity to buy the land. Exactly.
But the thing about the story, what I was hearing from the video that I was watching, is that one of the older ladies, her grandfather got the land from whoever he used to work for. I think it's a sugar cane factory or something like that. And she basically said this land was given to us. Promise, because my grandfather worked for the sugar factory or whatever, and that's all she knows. She don't know what type of deal, and that she was born in those same houses in that same community. Right, that's crazy. So, what do you expect these people to really do? You understand? You don't know like what agreements was made with companies and workers or whatever, and then the government comes back and reneges these agreements because they need this land for whatever reason or whatever money they promised to get this land, because it's right by like a river or something like that.
Just settle them somewhere else. Give them another plot or something.
But that's what they said they in the works of doing. They're in the works of giving them another area to go, but they don't have running water. They don't have certain things.
Exactly.
So
the government fell short.
Exactly. They fell short. But you want to push them out before they can actually get the necessities that they need. You know what I'm saying? So the government is at fault. I don't care what is going on or what agreement, what they agreed to do that. But they said they have a date to come out, right? But if you don't, that's like if you get an apartment and you have certain things that they need to fix before you move in. And if those things not fixed, you're not moving in.
Exactly.
So that's the same way that they feel. You understand? So, Jamaica, get it together. The powers that be in Jamaica, get it together.
The people voted you in there for a reason.
Exactly.
Start doing your
job. Is no reason why people should be treated that way. I don't care what class.
It was hard to watch.
It was hard because when I see that woman that was crying and complaining about what they did to their house
in the back, don't even know what to do.
Like I see my mother. That could be my mother right there. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It could be, and those kids could have been me too. You understand? So, like, those are no ways to treat any human being. It's not like they owe any rent or nothing like that, but you're knocking down their houses. It's not like they telling them to come out. They're knocking it down with all of this stuff in there. They're not giving nobody no chance to get into their house, to get nothing. They're just knocking it down.
And whoever that cop was or soldier or whatever that talked to that woman like that should be ashamed of your damn self.
It should be, because it's a big woman.
Shame of your damn self.
It's a big woman.
That could have been your mother, auntie, sister, whoever, brother, you should have been shaming your damn self talking to that woman like that.
Listen, and it's crazy with a lot of police in Jamaica. Like, I feel like they got a big power trip, they feel like they run Jamaica.
Power trip,
and when you feel like you're not gonna fall for their little tricks, then they want to do some extreme,
try to degrade you, in all kinds of way. Like, come on.
I've been to Jamaica all my life, right? So it's like when I started driving down there and doing all that stuff, that's when I kind of felt the little, the heat from the police. You know what I'm saying? And then driving down there as a younger youth, like, you getting stopped.
Cause you know how much tickets were on.
Yo, listen, I'm like, until Jamaica get their stuff digital and not paper written, I will never pay a ticket in Jamaica. Never.
No ticket.
Cause you know how many times I'll come around a police stop me and tell me, so what you can do for me for lunch or whatever. You know what I mean? I said, what you mean what me can do for you for lunch or whatever? You know what I mean? Because they want money. As soon as they see you are a foreigner, you're supposed to be frightened because you're a police or whatever. They police or whatever. So
they got me one time. They
can't get me. They never,
because the patois and the American accent, they go in.
Of course you get, like, because
you catch me a weird. I'm
listen, there's no way.
Seriously.
Listen,
seriously, sir.
A police stopped me over Santa Cruz one time, St. Elizabeth, driving in the town. Right, you know Santa Cruz well traffic. You know what I'm saying? So the man not even in the car. He just walk down the street and see me. I drive or whatever.
He said, "Yo,
yeah,
come over here."
It's because it was what call it, daughter was sitting on his lap in the back seat. So she said, the little girl don't have a seatbelt on or whatever. So yeah,
kind of enough time people lap up at Jamaica.
Listen, you see, that's how the taxi thing run down there. You know what I'm saying? But so the reason why he just stopped me, because he see me that I'm a foreigner and I was driving and I had people in the back seat. So he said the little girl in the back seat don't have a seat belt, so he gonna give me a ticket for it. I said, listen, man. I said, it's no need. I can understand why you stopped me. Of course, that's a good reason, but it's no reason to give me a ticket. I'm actually leaving tomorrow, so all you doing is gonna be wasting paper. I told him this, you know what I mean? But the man is, you know what I mean? I'm out the car and he looking at my ID and he telling me.
I was wondering. All right, when they take the license, like, what are you looking for?
Exactly, because it's a foreign ID. You don't have nothing to validate it. If it's a good license, it could have been suspended. All you don't even know. But that's the thing. That's how backwards.
ID. He don't know that.
That's how backward it is in Jamaica. Because when they give you that ticket, that piece of paper that got my name in it, I'm not a resident of Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see me again. When are you gonna see me again?
But you know what? They actually got my mom one time. They actually mailed the summons to the house.
Hold on, from Jamaica?
Yeah. She had to send somebody to go to court.
Listen,
to stand in for her and pay it off.
Until you get me,
I was shocked.
Until you get me, I ripped them up right in front of you. Listen, I rip up every ticket I got in Jamaica since I've been going to Jamaica.
Take time to that.
Who? Take time what? Because listen, first of all, you have to tell me my name. I'm not giving you no ID because I'm never gonna have no ID. You're gonna have to tell me my name, my date of birth, all of that before you can tell me nothing about no ticket. You understand? So
I don't know. I just think the government needs to start doing better.
They do. They definitely need to.
People like human beings. Come on,
definitely need to, because I don't understand where you have to treat people inhumane and to get your point across. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to have a good life and live a good life. You know what I mean? And everybody want to make their living.
Some people just want to live a simple life.
Exactly.
A simple life with no problem.
You can't be treating these people unfair because they don't have what you have,
or they don't fit your standards.
Because you will never see a police. You will never see a police in Jamaica talk to a high society person, how they talk to people that live in the inner cities.
And I've seen it before.
You always see it. You always see it
so many times.
And the thing, and you see, because even if when I'm in Kingston or Portmore or whatever, you see the difference how they interact with those people. You know what I'm saying? So it's a shame that you want to treat your own people wicked, but you can treat people that actually are committing crimes and doing crazy stuff, and you treat them so good and so nice. You understand? So it's unfortunate, and I feel like Jamaica needs a better thing
once again
for police.
It comes down to classism.
Classism
it's
is
so crazy.
It is.
It's so crazy. And you know what? Talking about that, not to get off topic, but it was one day I was at work, and the whole thing was going on, George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all that stuff. And of course, I was born in Jamaica, Black Wrestling Elizabeth, and we were just having a random conversation. Of course, it's hard to watch and it's painful to watch. How Black people is being treated in this country. Yeah, and I kind of said after the whole conversation, because she didn't know that I was Jamaican. It was a coworker. She didn't know I was Jamaican. So I was telling her, actually someone else came in the lunchroom and mentioned that I was Jamaican. Yeah. So she's like, oh, so you wasn't born here. So I'm like, no. Just said that.
Exactly.
What the hell? We just said that. Yeah. But anyway, and I was just explaining, she's just asking me how it is there or whatever, if we experience that type of stuff. And I told her, I said, to be honest, I didn't know about racism until I got to this country.
Exactly.
In Jamaica, we experience classism.
Classism, yeah.
Classism. Yeah. In Jamaica, white people actually embrace us. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry to say it like that.
They have no choice.
They embrace us and they come to our country and they love our culture.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they embrace our culture.
Exactly.
So for me, it was just like, and I was telling her this. She's like, what? I'm like, I'm breaking it down for her because I don't want to sound insensitive or whatever to nothing that's going on because, of course, I've experienced it. So I was just telling her, like, in Jamaica, it's a little bit more classism where your address can make or break you, period.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yep.
A family member might have, certain different reputation or whatever that can break you, period.
Yep.
So that's what I've experienced or my family experienced in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just like, I wish Jamaica could just, that's just always, for some reason, it's always been there. And I would think that by now, 2021, given of what, everyone see that's going on throughout the world, you know, things would change by now.
Yeah, we would think so. Hopeful thinking, but it's not.
It's so sad.
It's not, and until the government actually take this issue in hand, this is never going to change. And Jamaica people is always going to be class.
That can change. I actually feel like it's something that can.
It can be, but we need to be more vocal about it, and not feel like it's going to be an everyday thing. Like I said last week, when police used to, treat us like shit when we was younger, and just see us on the road and just say we up to no good, and we just thought it was normal. That's what police are supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And until you go home and you tell your father, your mother that you got stopped by police or whatever, and you probably didn't even want to tell them that because they think you probably did something wrong. But then you realize it wasn't supposed to be that way. They just picked you out of a group and they just wanted to, just to fuck with you. Oh. You know what I mean? So until, Jamaica, doesn't take this as the norm for police, then, then they can change.
Like, they're so used to this.
You know what I mean?
It's really painful to watch. In a kind of way, though.
It is because
it's become the norm.
It's oppressed.
And, they're okay with
they're
this.
Oppressed people, and they feel like there's no other option because nobody hears their cries. But until people, start doing drastic things and drastic measures to get attention, then it's gonna be you're gonna be falling on deaf ears forever. You know what I mean? You have to take a stand somewhere. You know what I mean? And not just blocking the road and say we need justice. You can't just be doing that because they're used to that. Yeah. Take another route. Take another route. You know what I'm saying?
Because they'll just sit there and say, "Oh, just wait, give them till tomorrow."
Yeah, because they're not going to be out there all night. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you right. You have to take another measure. And I feel like in this country, you know, so we have done a lot. With marches and protesting, but it only
2020.
It only gets us thus far, though. You know what I'm saying?
It was a start.
It's a start.
It's a start. It actually did help.
It pushes the people that is in power to to readjust their
there's another
stuff.
Set of people that they have to listen to.
But it's people outside. The thing about with Jamaica now, it would have to be the high society that's talking about it. That's the only reason.
That's so sad,
and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
So
if you don't have people from the high society, the high class of people in Jamaica complaining about this by the masses, it's not going to change because they get all the nice things and the nice treatment and all of that.
To a
you know what I mean? So if nothing messing up their world, they're fine.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So.
And it's sad and it's painful to see.
It is. But you know what I mean? I just pray for Jamaica that we can, all, do things the right way and also be more, empathetic about, what we all go through as a people. And I mean, I feel like everybody kind of is for themselves sometime. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to, inner city poverty struggles, everybody kind of, have a blind eye to it. But you just have to, as a people, we have to care for each other. And people in Jamaica, we need to care for each other because if we don't care for each other, who gonna care for us? You know what I mean? The government is showing you who they are day by day. You know what I'm saying? So we have to care for each other. And that's helping the old lady down the street or carrying her groceries or,
one simple act.
You know what I mean? Little gesture of kindness. A little gesture of kindness will be good for everybody. So, you know what I mean? Don't forget to be a humane
human being.
Yeah, a humane person. You know what I mean? Because if you're not going to be treated good, if you're not going to treat somebody else good, you're not going to get treated good.
Exactly.
Everything kind of comes around in a full circle. So you know what I mean? Y'all have to, to be a better nation. Y'all have to be definitely caring about each other and caring about needs for each other. I'm not saying going around and be Mother Teresa to everybody. I'm not saying that.
Listen.
You know what I mean? But I'm saying gestures of kindness changes something. You know what I mean? You don't even know how a man feeling today, and you do something kind for them, and it changes his whole day. It changes his whole thinking. He might be thinking about killing himself later on, but you did something nice for him and went out your way. Now this man, I can live. I can probably, I could probably live. I could probably live in this world. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I can't, go any more in this topic because I think I'm talking long-winded. You know how I like to talk. When I'm passionate about something.
Yeah, we can go.
You know what I mean?
Hours worth
exactly
just talking about it. It's crazy.
Exactly. But I do appreciate everybody that's taking the time to watch our videos, all of that, and listening to our podcast. Even if it's on Anchor, Apple Music, Google.
I love the support.
I love y'all just checking in on us on every week. You know what I mean? So
not to cut you off. So I got a message from a viewer, and he's just like, "Oh, this is something new."
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, "What?" Because he messaged me, and we're going back and forth. And I was like, "What? Like, tell me what you think." And I want feedback about the show. So of course, he's just like, you guys are onto something, you know, and you just like giving us good positive feedback. And I was just looking to, I was just thinking, you know what? I love that.
Yeah, and that's what we that's what we do that's what we do this for. You know what I mean? We want to hear everything that y'all think about the show. You know, this is our first time actually doing this type of thing, so it's good to hear feedback, even if it's negative or positive. You know what I mean? Criticism is criticism. So I'm not, I'm not too proud to, take that. You know what I'm saying? So if you have any suggestions or anything like that, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Because, everybody, I said, like last week I was telling you about, the Dennis Brown song, "No Man is an Island." You know what I mean? No man stands alone. So I'm here for all of, all the energy that you want to, bring to me about the show. And
even any suggestions,
anything. I'm not scared of no criticism. Not scared of it. And also to all the people that has their own business or any type of sponsorship that you want to bring to the show. You definitely can reach out to me at onedroppodcast@gmail.com. You definitely can shoot you out our information to get started. And, we're on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and we were all on social media. So it's all One Drop Podcast. So don't be afraid to follow us, subscribe, like, share, our content. It's only gonna get better from here. The team is, kind of broken up right now because of everybody traveling. So
everybody taking vacation.
Everybody trying to get away from this snow.
Oh my God! It's supposed to snow this week again.
Yeah, what's it tomorrow? Yeah, so
I can't.
Yeah, so we getting it together, trying to get a nice little routine and trying to stay consistent. So that's the main thing I'm trying to do for you guys, and trying to bring something new to my area, and also to people outside of my area. I've seen listenership in Michigan, Maryland, Tennessee, which is
Shout
real. That's a real shock to me.
What?
You know what I mean? So I love that it's spreading, and One Drop is becoming a natural thing to to listen to and to watch. So I'm glad to see that it's reaching out there nationally. I'm trying to get international now. Now, people in Jamaica, please, please tune in and try to get some some of our content and trying to make it better for something different for you guys, for what y'all hear on a daily basis or whatever. So big up to everybody that has subscribed to our YouTube channel and, has followed, liked, shared our video. Also people that's listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. Keep doing that. Keep sharing. Keep liking. It's greatly appreciated. We just want to get...
and comment too.
Yes, and please comment too. Even if it's going to be negative, you don't like my hat or my sweatshirt or whatever, go ahead.
Hey, look, you're speaking for yourself, okay? I try to come on here looking.
Listen, hey man,
no,
anything.
Let's have a conversation in the comments. Just put something down there. Definitely, we do. We check it. How often you say?
I check it daily. I check it daily.
I bounce,
I check it daily because I'm so curious on how who is it reaching and all of that. So now that I know that I'm outside of New Jersey, I'm good. You know what I mean? I want to get further. So
yeah, it was definitely huge when you see Tennessee on the list.
Yeah.
It was a good amount of people.
Exactly. You see Tennessee, Maryland, Tennessee, Maryland, Michigan.
Yeah.
It's
Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was huge on there.
PA is like my second home, so
that's true.
Big up to everybody in Philly and the rest of Pennsylvania. So, we appreciate all the love, and it's greatly appreciated, and it's not on blind eyes. So, big up everybody. I hope everybody has a good week. We are gonna be out now, and this is the conclusion of this is still season 1. We're gonna be episode 4. Episode 4.
You know what? Next week I'm gonna help him out because
listen, my mind be everywhere. Yeah. My mind be so that's the thing about me. My mind be it's go in so many directions that I can't even.
You wearing so much hats.
So many hats. You know what I'm saying? So my mind is always
working.
You'll
get a relief soon.
Yeah, right.
I'll do what I can.
Anyway, we'll big up everybody that has tuned in, and big up to Volume 1 again on their win last night. Big up to Cyclone for the song of the week.
Yes, the dubs is coming in.
Exactly.
People. Where's somebody? The dubs is coming
in. And big up to my brother and his business, Royal K Creations. Also, I want you guys to hit there this week. For any occasion,
surprise for you guys.
Any occasion,
yes.
Birthdays, Valentine's Day already passed. Any occasion, any holiday, weddings. You want to head down to Royal K Creations. That is at 9 North Willow Street in Trenton, New Jersey. And they're always supporting the show, always doing things that that we always love with the cakes and cupcakes and all that. So it's always something different that we're experiencing when we go down there.
It's the cake pops.
Exactly.
The cake pops and the brownie. The brownie. I was like, I love some brownies.
Exactly. So big up to them, and we should be having some information soon about our one drop code, and that y'all can go down there and get a little discount off of a cupcake or whatever you're purchasing at the time. So look out for that. All right, so
and next time, people, I swear it's gonna be water in my glass because I don't know, Luke be mixing up these cocktails.
Listen, I just try to get people like, cause
my sis hit me up. She's like, "What is going on?" She's like, "You was drinking." She texted me. She's like, "You was drinking."
Hey man,
yeah.
I can't give you my secrets. You know what I mean?
I told her, I was just like, "Blame Luke."
Exactly.
Hey Mel, I was like, "Blame Luke."
And next week we were gonna have we're gonna have a different show. It's going to be the same show, but we're going to have a different type of show talking about different topics. Mm-hmm. I'm having some guests.
We have
not going to tell you who the guests are next week, but we got some different faces coming in, and we're going to chop it up.
I can't wait for that. I really cannot wait.
It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a nice ride. So I just hope everybody is prepared to listen and learn.
Make sure you guys tune in.
Tune in because it's
gonna be
a special show.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. And hopefully soon. I'm trying to get this live thing together, but learning more about how to do it the best way that I feel like it's going to be good for my viewers and good for all of you.
Being extra, people.
Not extra. I'm being very very careful that my visuals are not what should I say, is not going to be it's not going to be like look stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's his right there. You can't be looking stupid.
Nah, you can't look stupid. You know what I mean? I try to do.
Fine.
If you look at my parties, the way how I play music, I try to perfect a lot of things. Like that's my thing. I try to perfect things that make things look professional as it can be. So don't blame me. Blame me.
I was just like, don't blame you.
Blame me because the live thing is holding up because of me, because I'm trying to get things as perfect as possible. So, but we will be doing it soon. Hopefully, sometime next month. So,
yeah. We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on the live. But for now, let's hit up our YouTube and listen on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I know Spotify is missing a good amount of our episodes.
Yeah, I think it's missing episode 2
and 3. So it's something going on with that. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm working on that. And big up to one of the viewers that kind of brought that to my attention too on Instagram. So we are working on that. Just it's a lot. It's a lot of things you got to do with the podcast thing. So we want to get reached, but you want our reach to be so far. So we try to get on every platform we can. So we're gonna work on Spotify.
Spotify better stop playing.
They be on some crazy stuff right now. But for right now, you can definitely reach us on if you have to listen. Go on to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor Podcasts. That's where all the episodes are on fully. So, but we're working on Spotify. I'm not giving up on Spotify yet. All right. So, everybody, I just want to wish y'all a good week, and I hope everybody is doing good and being safe. And you know what I say every week: love.
You say love. Try to be a decent human being. Yeah, that's my thing.
Love.
Tracy Lawyer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Loki Flex. Cyclone, I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Get to the money, get to the cash. Yo, a Cyclone, I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Chat.
Watch I wanna.